Hello students, welcome to Affairs Cloud. My name is Vikas. So friends, we have an application by the name Careers Cloud which you can go and download through the Play Store. And once you have downloaded, you can log in with your Gmail ID. And why I am suggesting you this application, because this is the one-stop solution for all the current affairs. This is the best of the best application and the platform where you can enhance your learning through help. Here you will be provided with multiple courses. Here you will be provided with multiple options of quizzes, and even you will be provided current affairs on daily basis. PDFs and quizzes will be provided to you on daily basis, both in Hindi as well as English. Here you will be provided current affairs with weekly basis and monthly basis also. Here remember, once you have done watching our video, then you can log in through this application, take out the PDF, read that PDF and go through the quizzes. That will enhance your preparation. Same you have to do for weekly and same you have to do for the monthly also. In monthly you will be provided with the top 100 important questions PDF and video also, that will enhance your learning, and it will be a very beneficial and important video for the revision perspective. And not just this friends, apart from this we also provide you banking and economic questions. We provide you state current affairs such as of Uttarakhand, UP, Tripura, Telangana, and many more. Not just this, apart from this we also provide you topic wise current affairs, and the topics that we are providing you are really important. These topics are such as national affairs, international affairs, important days, sports, defense, science and technology, apps and web portals, obituary. These are the important topics that are being asked in various exams across India. So these are the topics that are must and should be covered and will be beneficial for the preparation of the students.
Hello everyone. So in this video, we will be discussing important current affairs for banking and finance for August month. The session will be quite interesting, so do pay attention till the end. Let's start. First is, which payment bank has recently approved the proposal for the transition of the bank into small finance bank license? Tell me. It is Fino Payments Bank, right? The board of Fino Payment Bank, that is fully owned by subsidiary, that is a fully owned subsidiary of Fino Paytech Limited, right? They have recently approved the proposal for the transition of bank into a small finance bank license. Correct? So right option is option C. Next, name the company that has recently introduced two new cutting edge payment devices, that is the Pocket Soundbox and Music Soundbox. Which among the following is true? So this Pocket Soundbox and Music Soundbox, whenever you go to a shop, you must have seen Paytm boxes with which you can scan QR code, right? So those are your Pocket Soundbox and Music Soundbox, and when you make a payment, the sound of how much amount you paid also comes out of these devices. So question asked is, which organization has launched these two new devices? Launched by Paytm, and Paytm is owned by 197 Communication. Next, which regulatory body of Government of India recently released a circular stating that market infrastructure institutions should set up a common online dispute resolution portal? Question asked is, which regulatory body of Government of India released a circular stating MIIs, that is market infrastructure institutions, should set up a common online dispute resolution portal? It is by SEBI, Securities Exchange Board of India. Correct? And this was to resolve the disputes that involved investors. So remember, it was for resolving disputes, right, of various investors, listed companies, intermediaries, regulated entities, etc. Next, also this portal will include a status update facility that retrieves information from this ODR institution concerning the process of their complaint. So this is your ODR portal, online dispute resolution portal. Next, name the bank that recently hosted FinTech Growth Program. So this FinTech Growth Program was hosted by which bank? By Karnataka Bank, right? FinTech Growth Festival or FinTech Growth Program. The objective of this was to develop innovative business models that will provide seamless banking experience and offer complete product suite. Apart from this, if you remember, there was Harbinger. Harbinger was a hackathon, and this hackathon was launched by whom? It was launched by RBI, and this year in 2023 it was the second edition of this Harbinger. Next, name the fintech company that recently collaborated with NPCI that is National Payments Corporation of India, to introduce RuPay credit card based UPI payments. So which is it? It is Cred. Cred is a platform where you can pay for your credit cards. Initially the main objective or the theme on which this was launched was this only, that you can easily pay for your credit card and you will be getting various cashbacks and reward. But now you can see you can make payments from UPI there. You can also invest, right, as well as you will be able to buy or you can shop also from Cred now. Next, RBI sanctioned a scheme of amalgamation of Dash Cooperative Bank with Rajdhani Cooperative Urban Bank. So it is Nava Nirman Cooperative Urban Bank. So RBI sanctioned the amalgamation of Nava Nirman Cooperative Urban Bank with Rajdhani Cooperative Urban Bank. This Rajdhani Cooperative Urban Bank and Nav Nirman Cooperative Bank, they are from Hyderabad, Telangana. Correct? Next, name the bank that recently partnered with Kiwi to launch credit on UPI on RuPay credit card. So what is the name of the bank? It is Axis Bank. They have launched credit on UPI facility, correct, on their RuPay cards, and they partnered with whom? They partnered with Kiwi. Credit, and the main feature that you need to remember here is credit on UPI. This was launched on RuPay network by their partnership. Next, which life insurance company recently launched a guarantee of life dreams plan to provide policyholders with a regular long-term income option? So this gold, that is guarantee of life dreams, this was launched to provide policyholders with a regular long-term income plan. Question asked here is which life insurance? It is India First Life Insurance. They launched this gold, that is guarantee of life dreams. This is a plan that will be providing their policyholders with a regular long-term income option. Here the plan offers premium paying terms with options of 6 years, 8 years, 10 years, right? And for policies can be there for 30 years or 40 years. Next, name the bank that recently partnered with Tiger Fintech Private Limited to launch a co-branded credit card powered by Visa. This is which bank? Tell me. IndusInd Bank, right? IndusInd Bank, they have recently partnered with Tiger Fintech Private Limited, correct? And it is to launch a co-branded credit card, and this will be powered by which network? By Visa, right? Next, which regulatory body of India recently collaborated with APMI, that is Association of Portfolio Managers in India, and it was to establish performance audit standards for portfolio management service providers. Which is it? It is SEBI, Securities and Exchange Board of India, right? SEBI recently collaborated with Association of Portfolio Managers in India to establish PMS, that is to establish a audit standards for your performance audit standards for your PMS providers. Which is it? It is SEBI, correct? Next is the SEBI allowed offer for sale for units of private listed infrastructure investment trust through a stock exchange mechanism in exercise of powers conferred under Section 11 of Part 1, 1992 of the SEBI Act, right? So right option is option 3. So SEBI allowed offer for sale for various InvITs, that is your infrastructure investment trust, and they can be bought through stock exchange mechanism, and this was under Section 11 Part 1 of the SEBI Act of 1992. Also, the unit holders of the listed REITs, real estate investment trust, can also use this offer for sale mechanism to sell their units online, correct? And these are basically investment in kinds of real estate. Here you will be investing in the infrastructure development, right? Here you will be buying your particular share of a property in both of them, right? Say for example a property is of 1 lakh or say 1 crore, you can buy a chunk of it for just 1 lakh rupees, right? So you will be having 100 partnership in that particular property. Next, which state has recently received 1974 crore funding from NABARD under the Rural Infrastructure Development Fund for 23-24? It is Rajasthan, correct? So Rajasthan received 1,97,000 crore funding from the NABARD under their RIDF, that is Rural Infrastructure Development Project. As the name suggests, it is for the rural infrastructure development. Here we will be working on various drinking water projects, education, healthcare, and developing the basic infrastructure there. Right? Next, which company has recently introduced card verification code free online transaction for customers? It is Mastercard. Right? This company or this organization, Mastercard, they introduced CVC free online transaction for their customers. Whenever you go and make payment through UPI or through any other medium using your credit card, then you see a CVV, that is your code verification code, that is a 3-digit number is being asked. It is different for every individual, correct? And it should not be told to any other person because these are important, correct? So that CVV number will not be required for the online transaction for the customers by Mastercard. Right? This will enhance the security feature, and domain control also will be easy, and also authenticated user identity check will be done, and if it is saved on your mobile only, then only you will be able to make payment through this. Next, name the NBFC that recently signed $15 million funding deal with Swiss Impact Investors Responsibility Investment AG to promote green financing in India. Here focus is green financing. So question asked is which is among the following is NBFC that recently signed a $15 million funding deal with Swiss Impact Investor, that is Responsibility Investment AG, to promote green financing in India. Which is it? It is your Electronica Finance. So this is your Swiss Impact Investor, right? Electronica Finance, correct? And they will be funding how much? $15 million here. And this is for developing green infrastructure or green projects in India. And this will be supported by SIDBI, right? It will be supported by SIDBI. Next, name the company that recently partnered with ICICI Lombard General Insurance along with other partners to provide car and two-wheeler insurance plan. It is Bajaj Finance Limited. Correct? Bajaj Finance Limited recently partnered with ICICI Lombard General Insurance along with other partners to provide car and two-wheeler insurance plan. Correct? This ICICI Lombard will also offer a range of add-on covers that will enhance the vehicle insurance as well as also provide 24/7 roadside assistance cover, zero depreciation, engine protection, etc. Next, which insurance company recently entered into a bancassurance tie-up with Standard Chartered Bank to sell health insurance product? It is Star Health and Allied Insurance, correct? They recently entered into a bancassurance tie-up with Standard Chartered Bank, and it is to sell the health insurance product. This SCB, Standard Chartered Bank, with 100 branches that are spread across 42 cities of India, will function as a single point of access for customers that are seeking health insurance. Next, SEBI mandated foreign portfolio investors (FPIs) to place at least -% of their trades in corporate bonds through the RFQ, that is request for quote platform of stock exchanges with effect from 1st of October 2023. Correct? So remember, at least 10% of these FPIs investment should be in corporate bonds, and that will be through the request for quote platform, correct, of stock exchanges, and it will be important is with effect from 1st of October 2023. Next, SEBI decreased the validity period of approval for alternative investment fund and venture capital funds to make overseas investment to 4 months, that was earlier 6 months. Right? I repeat, SEBI decreased the validity period for approval for alternative investment funds and venture capital funds to make overseas investment to 4 months, that were earlier 6 months. Right? If these funds do not utilize their investment limit within this time frame, SEBI has the authority to allocate the unutilized limit to other applicant alternative investment funds and venture capitals. So right option here is 6 months, and now it is 4 months. Next, which small finance bank recently became the first bank in India to offer 24/7 video banking facility for 365 days? It is AU Small Finance Bank. Right? They have recently became the first bank in India to offer 24/7 video banking facility for 365 days. Correct? And this video banking facility will provide customers with a branch-like experience. They will help them in engaging in face-to-face interaction, correct, over a video call. And the individual or the customer should be at least 18 years of age to have a video call service. Name the payment bank that recently launched India's first eco-friendly debit card. So India's first eco-friendly debit card. Important, take a note of it. This was launched by which payment bank? It is Airtel Payments Bank. So right option here becomes option 4. Correct? Then remember this debit card, this particular eco-friendly debit card will be crafted from recycled PVC, that is recycled polyvinyl chloride. Next, which public sector financial institution of Government of India has recently launched their subsidiary at GIFT City in Gandhinagar, Gujarat? Which is it? It is Exim Bank, that is Export and Import Bank of India. Correct? They have recently launched their subsidiary at GIFT City, that is in Gandhinagar, Gujarat. This was inaugurated by Dr. Vivek Joshi. This question can also be asked, that the subsidiary of Exim Bank that was inaugurated or launched at GIFT City in Gandhinagar, Gujarat was inaugurated by whom? It was inaugurated by Dr. Vivek Joshi. Right? And remember, Exim Finserv is the first finance company in GIFT City for export factoring, and this is the subsidiary set to provide a suite of various trade finance solutions to Indian exporters with a primary focus on exporting factoring. Next, name the company that recently collaborated with CSE Academy to provide digital and financial literacy to the weak and underprivileged segment of society. It is PayU India, right? This is the company that recently collaborated with CSE Academy to provide digital and financial literacy to the weak and underprivileged segments of the society. Correct? Under this, mobile vans will be sanctioned in around 3 districts, that is in Gurugram, Haryana, or Delhi NCR region, then Mumbai, Maharashtra, and Bangalore, Karnataka. Right? In these 3 cities, in these districts, we will be observing various mobile vans that will be providing digital financial literacy to the under segments of the society, and for this, it is PayU India that has collaborated with CSE Academy. Next, which bank has recently partnered with the government of Odisha to support the payment solutions for the Odisha Tourism Development Corporation Limited? It is Bandhan Bank. Right? Bandhan Bank partnered with government of Odisha. Correct? And it is to support the payment solutions for Odisha Tourism Development Corporation Limited. Correct? Also remember, Odisha government tied up also with SIDBI, whereas SIDBI will be they will be setting up a fund where SIDBI will be distributing that fund to the MSMEs. Next, Dash organization constituted a sectoral committee to frame the unique regulatory landscape and address challenges that are faced by Dash member banks operating within the GIFT City of Gandhinagar, Gujarat. So, how many organization constituted a sectoral committee, or which organization? It is Indian Banks Association. They constituted this sectoral committee to frame the unique regulatory landscape and address challenges that are faced by 26 member banks that are operating in Gandhinagar GIFT City. This committee will function as a bridge that will be connecting banking sector and regulatory bodies to ensure communication amongst the two. Right? This committee will represent the collective interest of these banks that are operating within the Gandhinagar, Gujarat's GIFT City. So right option here is Indian Banks Association, and 26 other banks are facing those problems. Those challenges will be solved here. Next, which bank has recently announced a plan to raise their stake in Max Life Insurance Company to 16.22% for that was earlier 9.99% by inducing 1612, that is 1612 crore rupees investment. It is Axis Bank. Right? Axis Bank announced to raise their stake in Max Life Insurance Company to 16.22%, that was earlier 9.99%, by infusing 1612 crore rupees, that is close to $194.6 million through a allotment of shares. Correct? Next, name the life insurance company that recently partnered with the ESAF Small Finance Bank to offer life insurance. It is Kotak Mahindra Life Insurance. They have announced their tie-up with ESAF Small Finance Bank, correct? And it is to offer life insurance to the customers of ESAF Bank. So what this becomes, it is a kind of a bench current, right? And here remember ESAF banks have more than 700 banking outlets spread across 21 states and 2 union territories, and almost 68 lakh customers will be benefiting and they will be provided with this life insurance product. Next, which among the following is incorrect with respect to the third biennial or bi-monthly monetary policy statement for fiscal year 24 released by RBI in August 2023? So, which among the following is incorrect here? Option A, B, C, D, E. 5 options are given. So, among these 5, remember option 3 is wrongly mentioned because the bank rate was kept at not 6.25 but 6.5%. Here, all these options apart from C option is correct. So, if we look at them, RBI Monetary Policy Committee kept the policy repo rate at 6.5%. Reverse repo rate at 3.35 and marginal standing facility rate at 6.75. Then India's GDP growth retained at 6.5% for fiscal year 24, and CPI inflation, that is consumer price inflation index or price index inflation, is projected at 5.4% for fiscal year 24. That was 5.1% forecast in June 2023. So all these options are correct except C, and we have seen that except C, bank rate is kept at 6.5%. Next, name the bank that recently signed an MOU with IIIT Delhi Innovation and Incubation Center to support and scale up the growth of the startup ecosystem in India. So tell me, which is that bank? That is Yes Bank. Yes Bank, they have recently signed an MOU with IIIT Delhi Incubation Cell to support the and scale up the startup ecosystem in India. This will enable enterprise banking, personal banking, beyond banking solutions required by the startups. And this will bridge the gap between the startups and corporates with the right time and in-time mentorship. Next, Chakar Innovation Private Limited, Haryana-based technology startup, has recently secured substantial funding of 18 crore rupees from the Dash under their Ubharte Sitare program. So, Haryana-based technology startup, that is Chakar Innovation, they recently secured 18 crore rupees funding from Exim, that is Export and Import Bank of India, under their Ubharte Sitare program. Next question can be asked, Ubharte Sitare program was initiative of which organization? Exim Bank. Next, which of the following banks recently signed an MOU with Amul to finance Amul's retailers? That is Punjab National Bank. They signed this MOU with Amul to finance Amul's retailers, their wholesale dealers, their milk distributors, etc. And this financing is made through small ticket financing under your Mudra. And what is Mudra? Micro Units Development and Refinance Agency. Next, PFRDA in collaboration with SEBI has integrated the National Pension System Statement of Transaction with Consolidated Account Statement. So right option here is option 3, SEBI. Next, in August, Zerodha Broking Limited received final approval from SEBI to launch an asset management company, Zerodha Asset Management Private Limited, called as Zerodha Fund House. Who has been appointed as the Chief Executive Officer of Zerodha Fund House? So, who has been appointed? He will be Vishal Jain. He has been appointed as the CEO of Zerodha Fund House. Correct? Mark this. And this Zerodha Fund House, it is a joint venture between Zerodha and Small Case Technologies Private Limited, that is Small Case, that is a fintech platform. Next, which organization or bank recently approved $40.5 million loan for an integrated project focusing on early childhood development and maternal mental health in Meghalaya, India? So tell me, who has been or which organization has approved this $40.5 million loan? This is your Asian Development Bank. Correct? They approved this $40.5 million loan for an integrated project for early childhood care development and maternal mental health, and these two will be in Meghalaya. Correct? And for this, government of Meghalaya is contributing $15.27 million, and the rest will be provided by Asian Development Bank. Here, this will be in two phases for children from between 0 to 1.5 years of age, and second from 1.5 to 6 years of age. Here, more than 1800 Anganwadis will be reconstructed, and 1800 Anganwadis will be newly constructed, and other Anganwadis that are currently located there will be restructured, right? They will be redeveloped. Next, name the bank that recently launched Jeevan Dhara, that is a unique saving bank account designed for pensioners. So this Canara Bank, they have launched this Jeevan Dhara, that is a unique saving bank account that are specially designed for the pensioners. Under this scheme, there will be two variants. One is diamond and other is platinum. Diamond is for pensions credit up to 5,000 rupees, and for platinum is for the pensions above 50,000 rupees. Next, as per the All India Consumer Price Index released by NSO in August, India's retail inflation rate hiked to 7.44% in July, surpassing the upper limit of RBI's inflation target tolerance, that is between 2 to 6%. So what was the inflation rate in August or in July 2023? It was 7.44%. Correct, as per the data released by of CPI released by NSO, that is National Statistical Office. Next, which bank has recently emerged as the top performer among public sector lenders in terms of loans and deposit growth in percentage during the first quarter of the current financial year 2024? It is, tell me, which bank? It is your BOM, Bank of Maharashtra. Correct, they have emerged as the top performer among the public sector banks or public sector lenders in terms of loan and deposit growth in percentage during the first quarter of fiscal year 24. And it deposits and advances recorded around a 25% rise, highest by any public sector bank during the April to June quarter, that is the first quarter. Then on the second spot, it was UCO Bank that recorded a growth of 20.7% with second spot, and third spot was with Bank of Baroda. Next, name the bank that recently partnered with Reserve Bank Innovation Hub to launch Kisan Credit Card and unsecured MSME loans powered by public tech platform for frictionless credit. It is Axis Bank. Right? Axis Bank, they have recently partnered with Reserve Bank Innovation Hub to launch Kisan Credit Card and unsecured MSME loans that will be powered by this public tech platform for frictionless credit. On pilot basis, this KCC, Kisan Credit Card, will be launched in which state? On pilot basis, that is on trial basis, it will be launched in Madhya Pradesh, and here the customers can access the cards, or the limit of these cards will be 1.6 lakh rupees. Next, which bank has recently launched Visa multi-branded credit card in partnership with British Airways Executive Club and Qatar Airways Privilege Club? It is IndusInd Bank. Right? So IndusInd Bank, they have launched Visa multi-branded credit card in partnership with this British Airways Executive Club and Qatar Airways Privilege Club. This card aims to offer best-in-class rewards and benefits to customers across travel, wellness, and lifestyle experiences. So right option is option 1. Next, the Advertising Standard Council of India mandatory to all finance influencers working in the banking, financial service and insurance sector offering investment advice to the registered with the dash. So it is saying that all the influencers, or we can say fintech finance influencers, they should be registered with SEBI now. All their videos or posts should contain the registration number with SEBI, correct? And then only they can provide the finance advice, right? Because now we are seeing in online on YouTube, there are multiple channels that are providing finance news, because it can be a very dangerous situation, because if you don't have the right knowledge and then you are giving information to a large audience just for views, it can hamper the their investment strategies of those individuals, because you are not a registered member, you do not have the information, you are just making those videos just for the views and everything. So that should be ignored now, correct? And now those have to be registered with SEBI. Option 4. Next, which bank has recently launched mobile banking application Iris or Iris? This was launched by, tell me, which bank? So this Iris was launched by whom? This Iris was launched by Yes Bank, right? Yes Bank. Next, Name the company or bank that recently launched new life insurance and asset management services at IFSC situated in Gandhinagar, Gujarat. It is HDFC Group, right? HDFC Group, they have launched new life insurance and asset management services at IFSC, that is in Gandhinagar, Gujarat. This initiative offers services to NRIs, that is non-resident Indians, and global Indian diaspora. Next, which bank has recently become the first public sector bank to extend the facility of execution of online locker agreement through digital document execution platform of NESL, that is National E-Governance Service Limited? It is Indian Bank, right? So Indian Bank, it became the first public sector bank to extend the facility of execution of online locker agreement through DDE, that is digital document execution platform of NESL. Online locker agreements are available 24/7, improving the customer convenience and reducing the agreement execution time. Next, according to RBI data released in August, bank credit growth to MSMEs has deaccelerated on an year-on-year basis in the first 3 months from April to June. In the first quarter, the credit to medium industries grew by -%. So here the credit to medium industries has grown or risen to 13.2%, correct? And bank credit to the MSMEs has deaccelerated, whereas the bank credit to medium industries grew by 13.2%. Next, right option here is option 5. Next, name the bank that recently launched their UPI interoperable digital rupee mobile application. I repeat, name the bank that recently launched its UPI interoperable digital rupee mobile application. It was launched by Canara Bank, correct? नेक्स्ट है, किस बैंक ने रिसेंटली कंट्रीब्यूट किया 22.5 करोड़ टू सेटअप बैंकिंग डाटा एंड एनालिटिक्स हब एट द IIT बॉम्बे? इट इज स्टेट बैंक ऑफ इंडिया, राइट? इन्होंने कंट्रीब्यूट किया हाउ मच अमाउंट? 22.5 करोड़ रुपीज टू सेटअप अ बैंकिंग डाटा एंड एनालिटिक्स हब एट IIT बॉम्बे. This collaboration will boost State Bank of India's investment in artificial intelligence. Also, this will also help their own company to incorporate this new AI capabilities. Next, CBDT, Central Board of Direct Taxes, notified the income tax amendment prescribing the 11U ACA rule for calculating income from maturity of life insurance policies issued after 1st of April with the amount of premiums exchange exceeding 5 lakh rupees, right? Next, here, if the total premium paid does not surpass 5 lakh rupees, then there will be tax exemption. But if it surpasses 5 lakh rupees, then will have the maturity period, then there will be income tax rates applied on this particular, right? If the policy premium is more than 5 lakh. Next, in August, Dash became the first private life insurance company in India to provide 24/7 inbound contact center. It is SBI Life Insurance, right? They became the first private life insurance company in India to provide 24/7 inbound contact center with a toll-free number of 18. Just remember, that is a toll-free number, correct? And the aim here is to offer real-time solutions to the queries that are related to the policies and insurance solutions. Next, which company recently received $100 million investment from International Finance Corporation to increase access to housing finance among economically weaker sections and low-income groups in India? It is IIFL House Finance, correct? IIFC or IIFL House Finance Limited, they received $100 million investment from IFC to increase their access to housing finance among EWS and low-income groups in India. Next, name the insurance company that recently launched small cap quality index fund in the unit linked insurance plan segment. So which is it? It is Max Life Insurance. They have recently launched small cap quality index fund in ULIP. This is the first small caps index fund of the life insurance segment. Next, name the company that recently became the global partner for ICC's Men's Cricket World Cup 2023. It is MasterCard, right? They recently became the global partner of ICC's Men's Cricket World Cup 2023, and which is the host country of this ICC's Men's Cricket World Cup? Our beloved India. Next, which bank has recently collaborated with Marriott International to launch India's first co-branded hotel credit card? It is HDFC Bank, right? So HDFC Bank partnered with JW Marriott Hotel chain and they have together launched a co-branded credit card, right? That will enhance the travel experience of the cardholders and will provide various exclusive benefits to the travelers here. Next, in August, SEBI mandated additional disclosures from FPIs that have concentrated holdings in a single company or a group firm with effect from 1st of November. Question asked is the FPIs with over 50% of Indian equity AUM, that is assets under management, in a single corporate group get 10 days to reduce their holdings, correct? And apart from this, remember, FPI's equity AUM exceeding 25,000 crore rupees will have 90 days to reduce their holdings, correct? Then if the investment remains high after deadlines, that is 30 days for disclosures, then FPI registration will become invalid. And if invalid registrations lead to securities liquidation and market exit within 180 days from the invalidation. So right option here becomes, according to this, 10 days, and if the AUM is more than 25,000 crore, it is 90 days. Next is RBI sanctioned the scheme of voluntary amalgamation of Hyderabad Telangana based Twin Cities Cooperative Urban Bank Limited with Dash in Hyderabad Telangana with Kranti Cooperative Urban Bank, right? RBI sanctioned the scheme of voluntary amalgamation of Hyderabad Telangana based Twin Cities Cooperative Urban Bank Limited with Hyderabad Telangana based Kranti Cooperative Urban Bank. Next, name the company that recently launched an innovative all-in-one digital financial platform. Which is it? It is Muthoot Fincorp Limited, right? It is a NBFC based in Trivandrum, Kerala. They have launched Muthoot Fincorp One. This is an innovative all-in-one digital financial platform, correct? And this platform introduced their gold loans in May 2023 and aims to add insurance, personal loans, two-wheeler loans, housing loans, etc. within next 6 months. Next, RBI increased the upper limit for online transaction to rupees dash from 200. So the upper limit for online transaction has been increased from 500 or from 200 rupees to 500 rupees. So right option is option D. Next, the upper limit that used to be 2000 rupees for a day is still the same here. Next, IRDAI approved amendments to reinsurance regulations. The amendments include a reduction of the minimum capital requirement for FRBs from 100 crore rupees to 50 crore with the provision to repartite any excess assigned capital. I repeat, IRDAI during their 123rd authority meeting approved the amendments to reinsurance regulations that will enhance the business environment and attract more reinsurance to set up their operations in India, for which step they took that the minimum amount of capital required for these FRBs has been reduced from that was earlier 100 crore rupees to 50 crore rupees. Option B. Next, name the IIT that recently partnered with HSBC to support innovation-led green hydrogen production. It is IIT Bombay. Correct? IIT Bombay, based in Mumbai, Maharashtra, they partnered with HSBC to pursue technology advancements towards making green hydrogen production more efficient, cost-effective, and scalable. Correct? This partnership will boost India's government mission, that is National Hydrogen Mission. Next, RBI sanctioned the scheme of voluntary amalgamation of Akola Merchant Cooperative Bank Limited with Dash Cooperative Bank. So remember, RBI sanctioned scheme of voluntary amalgamation of Akola Merchant Cooperative Bank Limited with Jalgaon People's Cooperative Bank Limited. Option 3. Correct. The scheme of amalgamation will come into effect from 28th of August 2023. Next, which payment bank has recently collaborated with Frontier Markets and MasterCard Center for Inclusive Growth to launch She Leads Bharat Udyam? Correct? Which is it? It is Airtel Payment Bank. So which payment bank recently collaborated with Frontier Markets and MasterCard Center for Inclusive Growth to launch She Leads Bharat Udyam? It is Airtel Payment Bank. And here remember, this announcement was made during the first edition of the Asia Inclusive Growth Forum. The initiative aims to elevate 1 lakh women-owned small businesses in Rajasthan and Uttar Pradesh. Next, which bank along with MapTresco has recently completed the first live transaction of electronic bills of lending for shipments between Singapore and India? So which bank has along with MapTresco recently completed the first live transaction of e-bills, that is e-bill lending for shipment between Singapore and India? It is DBS Bank. Correct, that is Development Bank of Singapore, and they have completed first live transaction of electronic bill of lending for shipments between Singapore and India. Next, name the bank that recently partnered with Zaggle to launch a co-branded corporate credit card. It is Yes Bank. Right? Yes Bank partnered with Zaggle to launch a co-branded corporate credit card. Correct? And it is Zaggle platform with Yes Bank. Next, which cooperative bank has recently tied up with Life Insurance Corporation to increase the distribution of life insurance products through the bancassurance channel? Which is it? It is Saraswat Cooperative Bank, right? They have recently tied up with LIC, Life Insurance Corporation of India, to increase the distribution of life insurance products through the bancassurance channel. Next, name the organization that recently signed $1.2 billion worth of agreement with the Fourth Partner Energy Private Limited to build and operate a solar photovoltaic power plant in Tirunelveli, Tamil Nadu. Which is it? It is Asian Development Bank, right? ADB, Asian Development Bank. They have recently partnered with Private Limited that is Fourth Partner Energy Private Limited, to build and operate a solar photovoltaic power plant in Tirunelveli, Tamil Nadu. Next, name the bank that recently launched Infinity Savings Account, a first of its kind, fully digital, fixed fee based saving account with no paperwork or branch visits. It is Axis Bank, right? Remember this. This account is designated for customers who are comfortable using digital services and often sign up for subscription based services. Any resident Indian who is 18 years of age and above with initial funding of 5,000 rupees can invest here. Next, name the bank that has been recently appointed by RBI to act as an authorized bank for pension disbursement for civil pensioners on behalf of Central Pension Accounting Office. Which is it? It is Bandhan Bank, right? Bandhan Bank, they recently appointed by RBI and they are authorized bank for the pension disbursement of the civil pensioners. Next, which among the following institute recently received 3.32 crore from Asian Development Bank to develop, test and implement passenger safety projects in public transport systems of Hyderabad? Which is it? It is IIT Bombay, BITS Hyderabad and IIT Kharagpur. All these three institutes partnered and received 3.32 crore rupees from Asian Development Bank to develop, test and implement the passenger safety projects in Hyderabad. So friends, let's move to some revision current affairs. They will be beneficial for your revision perspective. Let's start. Next, Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana will be extended by how many years? So first of all, remember this Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana, this scheme was rolled out during COVID-19 in 2020, correct? And this program is the part of the existing program Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Yojana Welfare Initiative. Under this scheme, 5 kg of food grains will be provided per person per month free of cost, right? 5 kg of food per person per month, and this will be provided free of cost, correct? So that the people should not die because of the hunger. This scheme was launched in 2020. Now the question asked here is that this scheme has been extended for how many years? So this scheme has been extended for 5 years, and now this will be till from 2023 till 2028, correct? And has been extended by December 2023 till December 2028, correct? So this is your Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana to provide 5 kg of food free of cost per person per month. And these individuals will be receiving these free food on the basis of their ration card. So these people have to show their ration card to the shops, and those ration shops will be providing them with this free food. Let's start. First is name the India's first international cruise liner flagged off from Mumbai, Maharashtra. This international cruise liner, it was flagged off by whom? It was flagged off by Sarbandana Sonowal ji. First question. Next thing, from where this was flagged off? This was flagged off from Mumbai, Maharashtra. Then third thing question asked here is that this is the first India's first international cruise liner. Question asked here is that what is the name of this particular cruise liner? So it is Costa Serena, right? Costa Serena is the name of the India's first international cruise liner, flagged off by Sarbandana Sonowal ji from an event that was held at Mumbai, Maharashtra. And this launch symbolizes the new era in cruising and tourism in India. Correct? This Costa Serena was constructed by which organization? It was constructed by a shipbuilding company, that is Fincantieri. Fincantieri. This is the name of the shipbuilding company that constructed this Costa Serena, that is the India's first international cruise liner. Next, which channel collaborated with Ministry of Women and Child Development to support Beti Bachao Beti Padhao initiative? Beti Bachao Beti Padhao initiative. Correct. In order to support this initiative, which channel has collaborated with Ministry of Women, Child and Development? Which is it? It is Colors. Correct. India's leading Hindi general entertainment channel and Viacom Media Private Limited's flagship channel, that is Colors. They have partnered with Ministry of Women, Child and Development to support Beti Bachao Beti Padhao initiative and to raise awareness about the social evil of girl-child abandonment. Correct? Then remember, this channel will also raise awareness about 24-hour emergency helpline number, that is 1098. Correct? Among the viewers. This is a 24-hour emergency toll-free child helpline number 1098. For this, awareness will also be created by Colors channel. Correct? Important. Then, when was this Beti Bachao Beti Padhao scheme introduced? It was in 2015. Government of India introduced this scheme Beti Bachao Beti Padhao to address the gender discrimination and women empowerment in India. And now it is your Colors channel that has collaborated with Ministry of Women, Child and Development to support this initiative of Beti Bachao Beti Padhao. And what is the helpline number here? 1098. Which country will fund $44.7 million to strengthen food security and environmental protection? That is in Uttarakhand. That is the project is the Hunger Project. I repeat, name the country that will fund $44.7 million to strengthen food security and environmental protection in Uttarakhand state, and that is the Hunger Project. Correct? This is India's Hunger Project, under which food security and environment protection will be done. For this, $44.7 million funding has been provided to India or to Uttarakhand state by which country? So Norway will be providing this funding. This funding will be valid for the next 3 years, that is until September 2026. Here Norway country will be providing this amount so that in India there can be food security for small scale producers of food, right? Help will be helping in developing food chain, will be helping developing the proper markets for the same region. Correct? And then remember, this project will strengthen the political leadership as well as women participation as well as gram panchayat, so that a capacity building training can also be done there, and it can encourage people to develop their particular sector for food security. Next remember, recently, before moving on, here remember, Dabur India Limited has appointed former Chief Election Commissioner, who was the 24th Chief Election Commissioner of India, Sushil Chandra, as their new Executive Independent Director. I repeat this. Dabur India Limited, they have appointed Mr. Sushil Chandra, who was the former 24th Chief Election Commissioner of India, has been appointed as their additional director in the category of non-executive independent director for a period of 5 years. Correct? Moving on. Next is new technology has been developed for converting carbon dioxide into carbon monoxide. I repeat, recently a new technology has been developed that will be converting carbon dioxide into carbon monoxide, and this will have potential application in the steel sector. Right? So, National Center of Excellence in Carbon Capture and Utilization at IIT Bombay, Mumbai, Maharashtra, they have developed a new energy efficient technology that will be converting carbon dioxide to carbon monoxide, and this transforms the carbon monoxide under electrocatalytic conditions at ambient temperature, that is of 24 to 40 degrees Celsius, in the presence of water. You don't need to follow the process. All you have to remember that which Center of Excellence has recently developed this new technology that will be converting carbon dioxide into carbon monoxide. It is Center of Excellence located at IIT Bombay. Right? Next, and remember both of them are your CFCs, that is your carbon chlorofluorocarbons that infects your environment. Next is Spear Corps test fires new generation rocket and turret ammunition from Rudra. What is this Rudra? Rudra is the name of a helicopter. Correct? So recently Spear Corps, the aviation unit of Indian Army, they have successfully tested the new generation rocket and turret ammunition from the first indigenous attack helicopter, that is Rudra. As I just mentioned, Rudra is the name of a helicopter of Indian Army. Correct? And Spear Corps, that is the aviation unit of the Indian Army, they have recently tested these new generation rockets and turret ammunition from Rudra helicopter. Next, this Rudra helicopter has been designed and developed by Hindustan Aeronautics Limited. So this was your topic for banking and finance, friend, for August month. For more such videos, stay tuned with our channel, and if you are new here, do subscribe to us and also follow below, and also send the link of this channel with your friends, your family members, your neighbors, and let them know about this interesting platform, Affairs Cloud. So that's all for the day. Thank you and have a nice day.
That's all for the day, friends. I hope you enjoyed the session, and you can follow us on the YouTube channel, as well as apart from YouTube channel, you can go and follow us at Affairs Cloud Telegram channel. And if you have any queries related to the content or the courses offered to you or the payment which you did on the application, you can contact us on the number provided, that is 7677333862. Apart from this, friends, you can follow us on the Facebook as well as on Instagram handle, that is affairscloud_official. In the end, friends, if you use a code that is Vikas10, you will be getting an additional extra 10% discount by using this code Vikas10. Also, if you have any problem regarding the course purchase, any problem regarding to our application, you can contact us on the mobile number, that is 9677333862. And if you want to mail us, you can also mail us on support@affairscloud.com, and I assure you that our representative from us will be contacting you soon and resolving your issue.